supporters defiled all the arts and congregated massively in the adventurous venue to participate in the rally, accusing political rivals of trying to incite chaos. They came as expected to shoot at us to create panic and pandemonium for the rally not to take place, but they failed woefully. Ekerefe concluded. Well, quite interesting story out there. I mean, before now we've had stories where the pro-Wike associate wanted to hold a rally in Bayelsa, Yenagoa, and then the Governor Diri, says that such parties shouldn't be held due to security reasons. I mean, that was the reason why he said the rallies shouldn't be held in Yenagoa. And now this the pro-Wike people are, they went ahead with the rally, over the weekend, and we saw what actually transpired. There were gunshots and all of that. And now the aftermath of this rally has been back and forth between the government and Wike's allies. I mean, this is similar to what happened in Kogi State, where they asked Senator Natasha not to come home during the Salah celebration, yes, not to come home, citing intelligence reports of probably violence or insecurities and all of that. But then she was able to go back to Kogi State, her hometown. And now the same thing is happening. The pro-Wike rally team organized the rally that was initially said not to be held in Bayelsa State by Governor Diri. Let me get your reactions as regards to this.
Yeah, it's very painful that such happens. The point is there was an awareness that they should not hold such a rally, and they went ahead to do such. I think that's disobedient to the law and disobedience to the law and the constitution of every state. Yes, because as a citizen we should be law abiding. We should know what is right and do it, know what is wrong and leave it. But at this point in time, they failed to follow the necessity. They went ahead to do the rally, not knowing that. I think that's what to say.
Okay, so from your own perspective, what do you think are the political tension between the Bayelsa state government and the pro-Wike allies?
Yeah, the analysis should go straight to what happens in River State,
all right,
where they said Wike is behind some of the issue in River State. So because of that, the Govt Diri of Bayelsa State, a way to secure his state and make it peaceful, he said such rally shouldn't hold in the state, a way to maintain peace and security. So that thought came in, and others were saying, so why not go to River State, that is your state, to do your stuff, and leave Bayelsa, that is another state. These are where the issues came on board, because as a governor of a state, you must be security conscious, a way to protect the citizen of your own state. That's what Govt Diri did, or what he was pointing out, knowing that because of what is happening in River State, people are not really happy with it.
Now the question is, what role does the political crisis in River State has to do or have to play in escalating tensions in Bayelsa State or at the rally?
Yeah, the point is, Bayelsa State and River State are like mother and son. So you should know they are related and they can't do without each other. Which is to say, the people of the Ejos in Rivers, the Ejos in Bayelsa, will have the Ogoni in Bayelsa, the Ogonis in Rivers, the Ikwere in Bayelsa, the Ikwere in Rivers. So there are people, it's a kind of area where they do business, because it's a nearby state, and the Bayelsa have their state out of River State. So it's a kind of the activities within the two states interwove, which you cannot do without. Because if there's any issue, you see, the Rivers people can quickly move to Bayelsa. And if there's any issue in Bayelsa, they can quickly move to River State. All right.
So now, how credible are the accusations from the pro-Wike rallies, as to regards to what they are saying that the governor of Bayelsa State is doing? First is the move to, revoke the CFOs of venues or places that want to give out their spaces for this rally. What do you make of these allegations to start with?
Yeah, first of all, I'm not aware, but if so, the governor of a state have such power.
Right.
Because he gave an instruction, a way to protect the citizens of the state. And if something happens, if something wrong or puts any harm on the state property or the citizen of the state, it will be of the governor. People will be pointing fingers at the governor that you are here and you observe this instead of you, to take responsibility. You're here and this happens. So it will be a kind of a blame that will be on the governor if there are bloodshed and some kind of injuries on people. So a way to protect these people, he gave an instruction, and there was the church of God's Mission disobeys his instruction. So if it happens, they may face the penalty of it.
All right.
Because if something is wrong, they are to blame the governor. So at this point, where the citizens or the Church of God's Missions went ahead to give the land to the political rally, it means they can face the penalty.
All right. Well, the new associates, that's the pro-Wike team, are seeing that as a form of sabotage, from the government, as well as some politicians in Bayelsa State. Now, if the police are supposed to investigate the shooting at the rally, what areas should the police, place their investigation on? Where should they prioritize?
They should look at because when you're talking about the police should investigate, the police should first of all look at
there's going to be an investigation.
There was an instruction on ground that cause of the state not being very stable, there may be insecurity challenges.
So are you saying that the police might also use these, or the governments of Bayelsa State might use this the ground that they've already warned?
Why not to cover
that they shouldn't have this rally, and then they now have these shootings there? Are you saying that the government there in Bayelsa State will use that as a starting point?
Why not? It's a starting point for anything they want to do or any investigation. Okay, is it the federal government that will do the investigation or the state government? Because if something happens in the states that will affect the citizens, they will fall back to the governor. So the governor should be listened to.
All right.
He said something and they didn't listen to him. So at this point, who will you come out to blame? That's why we say security intelligence. Because the security intelligence came on earlier to say this state cannot be able to accommodate or handle such rally at this point in time, knowing that the state may not be able to meet up if there's any security challenges.
All right. Well, so could this incident further polarize political factions in Bayelsa State, most especially considering the 2027 re-election for President Bola Tinubu?
It is, but 2027 and now is not the same thing. But all happens was that those who are to or those who are in should be careful.
All right. So would you say that this might also affect the campaign for Tinubu's re-election too?
It may and it may not, because first of all, the name Wike to Bayelsans, because of the Ijaw, as we had in River State, that the Ijaws were not happy with Wike and the rest.
All right.
So when they heard that Wike is going to Bayelsa State for such a rally and all that in support of the president of the country, people were doubting that it's not because of the president, it's because of his ambition. So that's what people were saying. But at this point in time that he came up to say in support of the president, it was now kind of federal government project.
All right.
Where people can listen to and say, it's our president is coming to support.